Are you okay?
No.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
Welcome back to Arts in Crisis. What are you working on today? And what's your crisis of the week?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. So I'm still working on this today. I might shift halfway through the episode. We'll see how it goes. Crises of the week.
Ooh.
Trying not to dissociate at work when I get annoyed.
Well, that's better than what I do when I'm annoyed. I
Face.
feel like that's better than, like, punching someone in the face.
Well, that's what I'm trying to avoid, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, but still, out of the two, disassociating, not that bad.
Not that bad.
Not that bad.
Hold on, wait. I already know you have a crisis going on, and I have a story to piggyback off of that. So.
I'm like, do you
So
know I
yeah.
have a crisis already? Because, you know, I'm always am in crises? Or do you know, I don't even know what crisis I'm going to bring up. I don't
Oh,
how do you
okay.
know?
Okay.
What were you going to say?
Okay, well, I'll just tell my story then, and then maybe we'll get to your crisis in a
Okay.
bit.
It doesn't have to piggyback, though? She can lead?
She doesn't have to.
She can top?
She can lead.
She can top?
Always.
Okay.
Okay.
You go.
I was driving from one center to the other center for my job, right?
Like a shopping center? Oh.
No,
Work.
like work center. Okay, so my work, I have 2 locations I go to,
Okay.
so I'm going in between. But I had some time to kill on my lunch break, so I went to the car wash,
Clean her
right?
up.
And this nice old lady goes in front of me in the car wash, and then, you know, we're both, like, drying our cars, and she
Yeah.
goes to, like, do something with the car, she closes the door, locks her keys in the car. Old lady's panicking. She goes over to the guy that, like, is running the car wash, and I guess asks him for a ride back to her house so she can get her spare key that's only, like, 5 minutes down the road.
Did she have her phone?
Also in the car.
Ah!
Yeah, so she, like, shut the
Okay.
door with, like, everything in it and locked it.
Did you offer her a ride?
Well, then she came up to me and asked me for a ride, and I
Yeah.
was like, lady, where's your house? Because I am on my lunch break. Like, I do have to make it to work by
But
4
I
o'clock.
will quit my job and be homeless if you
And
need
I-
me right now.
And I was like, I'm about to call my boss and just tell her, like, sorry, I'm gonna be late because
Yeah.
I have to be a good Samaritan in this moment.
Yeah.
I can't leave this little old lunch lady
No.
bus driver.
No.
Right? We go back to her house,
Uh-huh.
and as we're in the car, I start to panic because she, in fact, did smoke a pack a day. And I was like, I'm gonna show up to work reeking of cigarettes.
Yeah.
So we drive back to our house, get the key, come out. The school right in front of the gas, or like the car wash that I was at,
Yes.
let out at that moment.
Okay.
And so it was backed up. We were not moving for like 5 minutes. And
I'm
I go,
stressed.
and so now I'm late for work. Like I was gonna make it and now I'm not. There's a little corner Dunkin'
Yeah.
right there. So you can like pull in the one side, but you can pull out the other
Okay.
side.
Yeah.
And so I was like, listen, I have to drop you at this Dunkin' so I can like turn down the road to get to work. And it's
left her
well,
at a Dunkin' Donuts stranded.
It
no
was-
car, no phone.
it
No
was right across the street from the car wash, so I could
Oh.
see the car wash. I
Yes.
just didn't want to like go past the light
Okay.
and then come back around
That's
because
fair.
I was
She can
already
walk.
late.
Make
Yeah,
her walk.
it was closer. You know,
Yeah.
I drove her most of the way. So, you know, I drop her at the Dunkin'. She's like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much, amazing." I had my work shirt on it with the name of where I work on it, and she showed up to my work to bring me flowers.
Oh,
Like an hour later.
what kind of flowers?
They were like roses and they were so cute. And like in a little glass vase, they were adorable. So then my admin lady has no idea what's going on. She
Yeah.
just like takes the flower and is like, bye. And I'm like, okay. And she brings them to me. I'm like, this old lady just brought me flowers.
Oh,
Like that's the nicest thing in the world.
That doesn't sound like a crisis at all, Kaylee. That sounds like a
No,
lovely.
that wasn't a crisis, but I thought I was going to piggyback
It was
off
a crisis in the beginning.
of... It was not my crisis.
It was but you were almost late to work, which is
Yeah.
depends who you ask.
I mean, like, I'm not feeling bad about being 2 minutes late into the building. I guess it's okay.
yeah.
I did a good thing.
I'm like
I guess.
racking my brain for what this could have possibly piggybacked off of.
I thought you were gonna bring up cars, and then I was gonna tell my car story.
Oh, that's is a check engine light a crisis? Technically,
I have a couple lights on in my car that I'm not sure what they're for.
well, none of them really matter. Don't take this advice. But no, the check engine is the only one that you gotta be like, okay, I gotta figure this out right now.
Yeah.
My check engine light came on last night, so I called my father.
As one does.
As one does. And so I brought it by his house today, and he has one of those scanners that he hooked up to the truck, and he was like, I guess the scanner was telling him that there was nothing wrong, like there was no code. It didn't give him a code. Like usually they give you a code and then you look up what that code is and it tells you what's wrong. It said like no code, like everything was fine. So he was like, okay, well I'm just gonna like turn off the light then. So if there's something wrong, we're gonna find out.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
But I was panicking, but here's why it was a crisis in the beginning, because I changed my own spark plugs at like a month ago when I hit 100,000 miles. Girl boss queen. I changed my own spark plugs. I changed my own oil. I was going to do some sort of belt that has to be changed at 100,000 miles, but I was taking too long, and my dad was like, I want to go out with my friends, so my dad just did it. But I changed my own spark plugs.
Proud of you.
Which I know not a lot about, clearly. So when the check engine light went on, I was like, well, this is clearly my fault. Like, this is clearly because I did this.
I did this.
No, that was not my crisis. This is what my crisis was. I got verbally attacked by teenagers. I know. Which, to quote John Mulaney, if I see a group of 13-year-olds walking down the street, I'm crossing the street. Okay?
Yeah.
They're coming towards me. Teenagers, terrifying. Okay? They could have been college.
Brutal.
I didn't get a good look at their face, so I don't know if they were college or high school, but they definitely were younger than 24, but older than like 16, 17.
Okay.
They're in there somewhere. Okay? Picture this. Taylor Swift releases a new album this weekend. I'm a Swiftie hardcore, okay?
Through and through.
So she does a release party, like, screening at AMC theaters. Naturally.
Well, heard.
Naturally, me and my friend decide to pregame with white wine. So I go over to her apartment, we go through, like, almost a bottle of white wine, okay?
As you should.
As we fucking should. We show up like 10 minutes late, okay? So I already have to like scooch into the aisle in front of these girls, which is probably where it started.
Yeah.
Okay? Which is, I can take accountability, probably my fault. I got that ball rolling.
You rolled
know
it.
What I mean.
Yep.
So then, anyway, we're having a great time. No one's dancing or like singing or like vibing in this theater. I'm the only one. I didn't get up because mainly I was a little wine drunk, so I was like lazily sitting.
Yeah.
But I was like vibing. I was having a great time. No one else in the theater was having a good time.
That's weird.
So then I'm thinking possibly number 2, maybe they were annoyed that I was vibing. Like maybe they wanted a silent theater, which is weird because why the fuck would you go to something like this if you wanted a silent theater?
If you want a silent listening party, you play it in the comfort of your own home.
Back to what I was saying. We sneak in a second bottle of white wine to this theater. Which, by the way, is exactly how I believe Taylor Swift and Nicole Kidman would want me to have this AMC experience right now. Okay?
Tracks.
So, that's in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Like, I pledge allegiance to the United States of AMC theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes straight into the monologue of, like, we come here.
Yes.
We come here for love. We come here to cry, to laugh, and to drink Chardonnay. Like, that's how I think Nicole Kidman, if she were to keep going in the monologue, that's how it would finish.
Okay. So what you're saying is that they're adding this to the Constitution.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we are white girl feeling it.
Yeah.
By the end, okay? But we're respectful the whole time. We're not loud. We're not clumsy. Like, I'm 28 years old.
Yeah.
I can handle being drunk in public, okay? Please.
That wasn't the issue.
Please
don't misconstrue.
I'm not in college anymore.
I've been there, but not this time.
So, like, nobody could tell that we were, like, feeling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the end of the film comes, credits roll. We decide not to leave right away because the whole exit is like bottlenecked. So we were like, we're just gonna sit and like chill and like talk and whatever. The girls, first the fuck of all, we were sitting on like, if the exit's on this side of the theater, we were sitting on this side of the theater, and the girls were in the middle of like us and the exit, right? Mm-hmm. So we're over here, girls over here, exit over here. They decide to walk that way past us out the aisle, then down, and then like go over here to the exit. So I think it was purposefully snarky, which, if you know teenage girls, makes sense. Okay?
Yeah.
So they're walking past us, and like, aisles are tiny. So, like, we go to move our bag, like, out of their way, and they, like, kind of, not, like, trip, but they, like, kind of, you know, we have a little awkward situation.
You have a little moment.
And this bitch says under her breath, but, like, loud enough for us to hear, she goes, oh, it's the bottle and the wine that's probably the problem.
I feel like...
First off, lower your voice. Second, fucking snitch. Third...
You're just jealous because you're not legal yet.
That's what I said! That's what I said! I said that out loud! They passed us and that's literally what I said. I was like, sounds like someone's just fucking jealous that they're not of age. Like,
Yeah.
that's it! Anyway, don't know where they are now, but like, what is that about?
Hopefully not having a good time.
Because like, I was like, and then I was thinking, I was like, oh my god, have we been like sloppy and annoying and whatever? And I'm like,
They
no.
do not sound for the girls. Like, why are you at a Taylor Swift listening party? Get with the girls or get out.
Especially, Taylor Swift was just on Graham Norton drinking like 2 glasses of white wine on the talk show promoting her album. Don't tell me that this isn't how I was supposed to listen to it. Like, this is...
Absolutely
Nicole Kidman's going through a divorce, okay? And you come
We need to
me,
get serious.
You come to me on the week of Nicole Kidman's divorce, and you say that shit, and you tell me I can't have white wine
Absolutely
to
not.
mourn the divorce of my parents? Get out of here.
Get out right
I'm
now.
not feeling that at all.
Shut the front fucking door and your ass better be outside of it.
So that was my crisis. Not that I'm in the worst financial spot of my life. I'm unemployed.
No,
with
I
income.
actually understand why this is so much worse.
No, I'm in the worst financial part of my life.
Yeah.
Check engine light comes on. Not a problem.
Not a problem.
But these ass girls,
No. No.
it brought me right back to high school, and I was like, oh. Like, I was like,
Ooh.
mean girl energy.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
a
I'm actually
bottle-
just doing this as I should be.
It's a bottle of Pinot Grigio.
Relax.
Relax. It's not even expensive. That almost makes it a little worse, actually.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd probably...
It's a little worse that it was cheap, wasn't it?
I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter. The price of the bottle.
It's what's in here.
Yeah.
As for what I'm working on this week, I could keep going with her. This is from last week. I don't know what order these episodes are going to go out. I hated her last week. I didn't hate her.
I love her.
I was very disappointed in her last week.
I
But-
feel like you had a different vision and things just didn't lay the
My
way
problem
you
was I didn't have a
initially-
vision. But I think fresh eyes sometimes. So, feeling inspired, could go back to her. I wanted to bring, I did something, oh my
I
lip
do
gloss.
love that.
My lip gloss be popping.
My list.
I wanted to bring my artwork that I did today because there was a story behind it that I thought you would appreciate. Oh my god. Okay. I'll wait to reveal
Did...
it.
Can you tell me how the stapling went?
Yeah. Fine. I don't
Did you
know.
just a regular stapler and whack it in there?
Oh.
Or do you have a staple
I
gun?
have a do you do it like a Neanderthal?
I don't have a staple gun. I don't know where this came from.
So you just get normal staples?
No, I don't do this.
Oh, staple gun, baby. Staple
Okay,
gun.
yeah.
We learned this in high school art class together.
I know.
We just learned how to stretch
I
canvas.
just didn't imagine you owning a staple gun. I just imagined you
Do I
finding.
not look like that's I drive a pickup truck. I changed my own spark plugs.
Not that
What do you mean?
Not that I don't think you're the type of person that should be qualified to own a staple gun, Rachel. You are more than qualified to own a staple gun.
To be fair, I didn't own a hammer for like.
I like how your qualifications, I'm sorry, where I have a pickup truck. First off.
First of all, you're on the right. No, you're right though, because I didn't own a hammer for the first like 4 years of my 20s. So
Yeah.
every time I moved apartments and would like hang decor, I had a little.
Shoot.
No, I had a little Buddha statue, and I would just go
That'll
to
do
town
it.
with the little Buddha statue, which feels a little sacrilegious.
Yeah.
So
Moving on.
yesterday, I get a text.
I got a text.
Yesterday, I get a text from my boyfriend who's at home doing laundry. The text says,
Oh my god, what a domestic man.
I haven't done laundry in the 6 months we've lived together.
I
That's a
love that
whole
for
other
you.
tangent. Anyway,
love that for you.
he texts me while doing laundry. He says, babe, why am I currently folding 3 United Airlines blankets? To
Make
which,
it 4.
to which I responded, because I couldn't fit the 4th one in my bag. Okay?
There would have been more if space would have allowed it.
And he was like, naturally. And so I had to explain to him that as an artist, you have like a spidey sense, and sometimes things speak to you, and you don't know what you're going to do with them, or when, or why, or where. But you just,
gonna happen.
you're gonna hoard them, you're gonna take them. So
Yeah.
I had a whole row to myself on this United Airlines which, if you think about what I just said, there's only 3 seats in a row, so where'd the 4th one come from? I don't know. But I opened up all those bitches because it was a red eye,
Yeah.
and I laid down fully across the row, which never happens these days. And I was using all 3 blankets, and then for some reason I as the plane landed and I was gathering all my stuff, I was like, I should just take these bitches. I feel like I want to use them for something.
Yeah.
Didn't know what, didn't know when, didn't know why. So he texted me. He goes, "Babe, why am I folding 3 United Airlines blankets right now?" And I said, "Because I couldn't fit the 4th in my bag."
Yeah.
And he was confused, so I explained to him what the Spidey sense was. And he said, "Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna make with United Airlines blankets, but I'm curious to see, so give me updates, I guess." And so today, and then I had to explain to him that you have the Spidey sense to hoard this junk,
Yeah.
but then it sits in the corner for like months,
The
years.
inspiration may not come for years.
Until one day, it's talking to you like the Green Goblin mask,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to do it, which was today. This United Airlines blanket was my Green Goblin mask, okay? So this is what I made. La 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 la.
She's beauteous.
Can you tell what it is?
A
I feel a
hand
little
holding
insecure.
fire.
Thank you. I feel a little insecure about it.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you're an artist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's my thing. I used hot glue, which is like not a vibe necessarily. I wanted to like get a needle and like almost like embroider it, like
Yeah.
shove it through the canvas and back. But if anybody's flown on United Airlines, and this is no disgrace to you, United, you're doing the best you can under the circumstances. But I feel like the fabric is kind of like thin, so if I were to stick the needle through it and like try to embroider it, I feel like the string would just tear the fabric more. Like I feel like it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It would just make pulls.
It would, yeah. So I decided to hot glue it instead, but now I have all these strings and things that I have to like clean up. So I was like, that was my plan. I brought it over here because I was like, I'm just gonna clean up, because if anybody has worked with hot glue before, that's a whole full-time job in itself.
Yeah. It's like creating your own spider web.
I know. I told Peter I was using the hot glue gun today, and he was like, "Uh-oh, should I be scared?"
Oh.
He said, "Should I be scared?" And I said, "You should be scared for the hot glue gun." You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, the hot glue gun should be scared of me. Anyway, so I made it a little, like, 3D. Not purposely, because I wanted it to be 3D. I don't even know if you can say. I just wanted the
No, I
flames
like
to be,
that
like,
nice
coming
and, like,
at
texture,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, I wanted the flames to be coming at you a little bit, so it gave it a little bit of something, something. I don't know. I think the reason I'm insecure about the hand is because I didn't use a reference photo. I just used my own hand. But the problem was I didn't keep my hand in the same position every time. I was like getting in there hot gluing, and I was like, huh, huh, huh. So it was
I can tell
constantly
it's
changing.
a hand. I feel like the thumb with the like chubby hand part right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all that matters to
That's
me.
all that
Anyway,
matters
after
for me.
spending hours on this today, I now have 3.5 United Airlines blankets left in my arsenal. So I will probably be doing more of these if anybody's interested in like a little series situation. This is just a normal canvas. I didn't even paint over what was on this canvas. This was just a shitty painting that I started and hated. And instead of like painting over it, I just threw the blanket over it. So like if anybody were to take this blanket off, they would see the worst starting to an abstract painting they've ever seen in their life. It's truly terrible.
No. Because I have that piece and it's right over there.
Like I said about this United Airlines blanket, again, no offense to you, United Airlines, you're doing the best you can. The fabric isn't necessarily the most durable, because why the fuck would it need to be? The CEO of United is not like, let me make these blankets so some random ginger can take it home and make art out of it, okay? So I get it, but I was careful when I was pulling because I could see on the other side it was gonna rip over the staple. So like,
Yeah.
I tried to make it as tight as I could. She's a little, but I think she works.
She works.
I just realized I'm not wearing my uniform.
You still, uniform infraction. Immediately.
Demerit. Lunch detention.
I'm gonna actually take this opportunity to provide some show and tell. Today I went to the Apple Festival up in Warwick,
I can't get
New
this
York.
on over my grout fit. What if I
mean-
wear it a different way? Tell me about your fall festival.
Okay, so I went to the Apple Festival in Warwick, New York today.
Did they have more than just apples?
I actually didn't see any apples. There were not apples
And you
there.
call yourself an apple festival.
I have some gifts for people. Look at this amazing handmade piece that I found today.
Oh my god, she's beautiful.
She is gorgeous.
Do you know the artist's name?
I actually do not know
Ah,
her name. I'm so sorry. It's maybe on her card there.
We're
But
gonna-
she handpicked all of the sea glass that's in this. I feel like it needs... Hold on. May you hold her, please?
yeah, that's my job. That's why
Hold
I'm
on.
wearing the pants.
Because I need to put this thing behind it so you can, like, see it.
Ah,
Can you, like, see her better now?
vibe.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you gonna put her? Somewhere where sunlight.
She is hopefully going in Erin's house somewhere so you can get, like, a better view of her card. There you go. So, that's her. Very nice lady. Oh, she's...
Oh
stuck
god.
now.
Oh god.
These lights were on the ceiling, but they kept coming unstuck, and I just got sick of it, so they've just been hanging here.
You wanted YouTube vlogs that are aesthetically pleasing and ambient and a vibe.
No, you didn't. You're lying to yourself. You want this, and maybe some ASMR.
Hello?
It agrees with me. I also got another piece. This one is from the artist Orchid Eyes. All of her pieces were like bugs, mostly butterflies, and found nature pieces.
Oh,
Like
that's
these
so
little pressed
pretty.
flowers.
Who's that for?
But I actually don't know. So yeah,
Oh, to be
supported some
loved.
local artists today. You should do the same. Support your local artists. Hint, hint. Okay, so review of the Taylor Swift album. Do you love it? There's a
No
lot of
notes.
shade going on.
Phenomenal.
Okay.
I firmly believe that everybody who's commenting, like, really hating it, I feel like I gotta start over.
Rewind. Bring it back.
Let me collect my thoughts. This is a loaded question that you brought to my attention.
I did.
Because it goes farther than just this album, and it goes to, like, Taylor Swift in general.
Doesn't it always?
And I feel like it is normal to not be a fan of an artist. To be like, oh, like, I don't really listen to Beyonce's music. Or like, oh, I don't really listen to whoever. And, like, not be a fan.
Yeah.
Normal. To not like a person's art. Normal. Those people, normal. But I feel like when you actively hate something so much that you have to, like, angrily rant about it, it feels almost like overcompensation, or it feels like
Doesn't it?
there's a layer to unravel there. It's an onion. So I feel like with Taylor Swift, she's always a fun, like, litmus test for me with people. She's a fun little test with people because I'm like, if I'm talking to you and I'm excited because I'm a Swiftie and you're just kind of like, oh, I don't listen to her music, or like, oh, whatever, normal. I'm like, okay. But the people are like, oh my god, like, I can't fucking stand her, like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I feel like usually if we get into it, it's usually because of, like, internalized misogyny.
Mhm.
Like, she's like a basic white woman, blonde woman, who dresses in glitter and, like, shakes and dances in glitter on stage.
Mhm.
And, like, everything...
To catchy pop tunes.
And it's pop, and
Yeah.
people hate pop and whatever. And I'm like, I feel like you just feel like you have to hate her because it's like internalized, like
Mhm.
what we're taught to, like, hate femininity and be
Yeah.
like whatever. So I feel like it's like internalized misogyny. But that's my rant about when people hate on her in general. This specific album is so fun that
Yeah.
I'm like, if you are hating on this album, just tell me you hate fun, man. Like, just say you hate fun.
Just say you hate it.
Because it's just...
You hate having fun, and that's okay.
Yeah, because
Just admit it, though.
she's done so many genres at this point where it's like, I have a respect for when an artist of any medium crosses genres or styles in general, because if you can master the technique of one, that's already, you're ahead of, like, most people. But then to be able to recreate the technique for all the other ones as well, that's impressive. Not
Yeah.
everybody can do that, right? So even if, like, I'm not a country fan, but, you know, Beyonce made a country album, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I'm like, you know, I might not listen to it because I don't like country or whatever, but actually I did listen to that album. It's fucking fantastic. Not the point. But my point is, like, just because you're not a fan of something doesn't mean that something's not good.
Yeah.
Rant over. Anyway, but this album is so fun that I'm like, I just want to, like, shake my ass to it. Like, just say you hate fun. That's all it is. But the thing is, like, starting years ago, albums ago, every time an album comes out, people say it's not as good as her last one, and they compare it to the last one. But then they do it again at the next one. But I'm like, you all hated the last one.
I thought you said you didn't like
exactly.
the last one. Yeah.
So, like, the last one that came out was a very, like, lyrically heavy...
Which one was the last one?
It was called Tortured Poets Department.
Oh, yeah.
And it was
okay.
very, like, lyrically thick. Like, it was very, like, dense language and, like, very poetic and very, like, literature heavy.
It was kind of like piggybacking off of folklore.
Kind of,
right?
yeah. But, like, 10 times worse because she was heartbroken. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like... And it was beautiful.
Guys, I'm not a Swiftie, okay? I'm bearing with it, and...
She went to the show, though. I brought her to the
Yes, she has taught me everything I know.
Again,
so, like, I'm
normal.
here for
it's
it.
It's normal, yeah. Anyway, but it was so lyrically dense, and that was the style of the album. That's what it was. Beautiful, right? But people, when that came out, were like, "Oh my god, like this is too." They thought it was like too much and too depressing, and they were like, "Where's like the fun pop, whatever?"
And now she brought the fun pop back, and everyone's like, "This is trash. Lyricism trash."
No, literally, they're like, the lyrics are so cringy. Like the lyrics are so stupid, and it's like,
well, that's what pop music is, though, babe.
Pop music is meant for dancing in the club, shaking ass.
Yeah. It's not supposed to be, like, deep and meaningful. It's supposed to be, like, catchy and fun.
That's that Me Espresso. Shakespeare didn't write that, but I'm still eating it up. Like,
yeah.
Like,
no, someone said
be.
that Sabrina Carpenter makes the most popular music that is, like, not timeless. And I'm like, it so tracks, though. Like, everyone's eating that shit up right now, but, like,
that's what
say you release that at, like, another point in time.
Yeah.
Her timing is just impeccable with this shit. Yeah.
But that ironically makes it timeless, because think of, like, Britney Spears. And, like, if half of the shit Britney came out with at any other point in history...
Queen Britney.
Literally.
Love it.
But that's what art is.
Anyway,
people are really upset about this album, and I don't understand why, because it's just fucking
fun. People just love to hate on Taylor Swift. It has nothing to do with that, honestly.
How, like, happy and in love she is throughout the whole thing.
So cute.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, why are you hating on somebody else's happiness? Anyway, there's, like, a lot more that people are saying that I could debate for hours, but that's not what this channel is about.
We're not here to talk about it.
But I could go
But we will.
Catch me on Twitter, at me on X, and we can go toe-to-toe for as long as you want. I'll do it. I love that bitch. Anyway.
Yes.
But yeah, so I'm having a great time. 12 seconds in, not even. The first chord progression. Literally... Not even an 8 count, a 4 count into the first song. I was like, I need to find a field, and I need to frolic, and I need to dance in a field. Like, that's how it made me feel. You know what I mean?
You know I love to dance in the woods. That is arguably my favorite pastime.
It was a lot of this.
Although I like beat boops, so.
It was a lot of this.
A lot of this.
It was a lot of this.
A little bit of this.
I even played it for Peter. Me and Peter were dancing in the kitchen. It's just so fun.
Oh, that's cute.
I know.
I love that.
I want that t-shirt. I saw a t-shirt on TikTok or Twitter or something, like, years ago. Years ago, it went viral. And it just said, like, hating pop music doesn't make you deep. And it's so fucking true.
So fucking true, though.
Like, congratulations. Go listen to your boring indie whatever. And I love boring indie whatever. Like, I love all music. Which I think, actually, is why I love Taylor Swift. Is because I love all music. And she jumps around and does all these things. And I'm like, I'm there. You do it all well. You know what I mean?
And you do it, girl.
Yeah. Anyway, I could talk about Taylor for hours.
Yeah.
I could and I would. And I will. Hit me up.
And I will. So if you want to extend this conversation.
My biggest regret in life, this is important because I feel like I got to get it out there now. If we're going to be on the internet, I feel like someone's going to scrounge this up and it's going to be a thing. So I feel like I got to talk about it now before I get #canceled, okay? I was a Swiftie in, like, middle school, like, when her first albums came out. I was, like, the niche target audience. I was in middle school, whatever. I was vibing. I was a fan. I didn't know how music worked at that age, which sounds stupid, but, like, my family wasn't really, like, pop culture-y or artists, like, so I literally never knew, technically, that, like, albums come out. Like, I just knew I heard a song on the radio, and I looked it up on iTunes, and that was it. But, like, I didn't know that there were, like, albums to listen to, right? So I liked her, but I didn't know everything, or, like, I just knew I liked her, basically. And then I got to, like, high school, college, and those are for all the men watching, those are, for girls, your high school and college years are your pick-me years, where it's like, I like football and drink beer and I whatever. And so I was like really into like rap music because at the time, and I still love rap music.
I still like rap
I'm
music.
a huge rap fan, actually. But my point is that the way I became a rap fan was not through like authenticity. Now it's authentic, but the way I came to rap music was very much like that was what was cool. Like Lil Wayne and Drake and Nicki Minaj was coming up at that time, and that's what was cool.
I mean, I still ride for all three of
Oh,
those artists that you
I
just
always
named.
say, if anybody raised me, it was Nicki Minaj, Taylor Swift, and Miley Cyrus. They raised me.
Yeah.
They raised me. Anyway, so during
They
like,
can definitely check motherhood
Yeah.
off on their bucket list.
so like high school, college, didn't really listen to her, and I was like, no, I don't like pop music. I don't like
hate pop music.
I only listen to like gangster rap. You know what I mean? And then in college is when that whole drama went down with Kim K. And I didn't know a single thing about it. I didn't read up on anything. I don't know anything. I just like rode the bandwagon and was just like, yeah, probably screw Taylor Swift. Like probably.
Probably.
I didn't even like have a hard opinion. I was just like, yeah, okay, like Kanye. And anyway, and that's like my biggest regret in life because I know it didn't matter necessarily because like I was just a college student, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like that's like one of my biggest, because that's just, I could go into it. Literally my biggest regret. Anyway, so then I got out of college, COVID hit, came back around during folklore, caught up on what I missed, and was right back in my like Swiftie whatever. Because now I knew how music worked. I knew albums existed. That sounds stupid, but you know what I mean? Like, I like went on my own journey, and I was no longer my pick-me phase, and when I was in my early 20s, that's when you're like, I like what I like, and I don't give a fuck, and came back to it, and whatever, but that's my biggest regret, and if I ever meet her, I'll admit it. I'll be like, girl,
I'm so sorry.
I fell for it. I was swindled.
That's how I feel about when Miley Cyrus got caught smoking salvia on camera.
You were like,
or whatever, and I was like, what is this bitch doing?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like, now looking back, I'm like, bitch can do whatever she wants. Like, she's an icon.
This leads me to a very good point, though. Any opinions that you have before the age of, like, 23 should not be taken seriously.
Yes, right.
Anything that comes out of your mouth under the age of 23, I'm like, no. Okay.
And, like, if I heard that at 23, I would have been raging.
Yeah.
Like, no, my thoughts and stuff matter. And here I am, I'm like, no, babe, you don't know. I decided with green for the shirt, and I feel like I'm already regretting it.
Why?
So, I don't want it to, like, blend in with the hair is blue. I don't want it to blend in with the hair
Throw
too
some,
much.
like-
But I want it to, like, contrast with the purple hat
I'm surprised.
for this.
I'm still in my first class. That's what I'm surprised about.
Yeah.
This is apple juice. Everybody calm down.
And everything we say here is off the record, always.
I was thinking about that like 2 seconds ago. I was like, I'm never going to be allowed into an AMC ever again after the whole story I just told.
Everything here is a joke.
Or-
We're just kidding.
Listen, Amazon, baby. Amazon.
AMC, baby.
AMC, baby, listen, okay? All press is good press.
And was it even an AMC or was it just a random theater?
It was a CMA. It was an MAC. What you just said about how you would have loved to be in the 70s or whatever, but you wouldn't have survived without technology.
So soft.
I think about this daily. I would have never survived any other generation but the one I'm in.
Mhm.
If I was born just a little bit before when I would have been sent to get a lobotomy. And I would
Probably.
my husband would have sent me to get a lobotomy. Okay? Anytime before that, the Catholic Church would have burned me at the stake. They would have lit me on fire.
Yeah, well, because you're a witch.
Yeah. Anytime before that, I would have tried to befriend a dinosaur and it didn't go well and they ate me. Like, that's it. Like, there's no time period in history that I can think of. Not the Byzantine era. Not the Roman Empire. Certainly not Egypt. I hate heat. There's no world in which Rachel survived. Except the generation I'm in. And I'm barely surviving this one.
Yeah.
For my own fault. No one else is trying to take me out of this life. I just am. And so that's the current struggle. Survived all those other lives before mine of other people trying to kill me or burn me or give me a lobotomy.
Yeah.
This one's the first one where nobody else is trying to. I'm just doing that to myself.
Yeah. You're like, well, since you're not gonna do it, I will.
I guess I didn't think
I'll-
I got this far.
I guess that's my job now.
Yeah.
To ruin this.
Maybe my next life will be the first one that goes normally.
Okay.
We should do that. Have you ever have you read up on past life regression?
I think about past life and future lives daily.
If we could find one of the people, like one of the therapists who do past life regression, to consent to doing a video, we should do a
I'm
session.
like, why am I the way that I am?
Yeah.
Why am I like this?
I need
like,
to know
what
what
happened
happened.
to me in my previous life
Yeah.
that, like, current
I can
me
probably guess.
is still here doing this
I can probably
right
guess.
now.
It was probably Peter. Peter was there. I feel like me and Peter were one of the first souls ever to exist in life, and and we got tied
Like
up.
Adam and Eve just keep finding each other.
We got tied
Yeah.
up in some bullshit in that very first life, and we've just hunted each other down in every other life.
Yeah.
Love him to death. I'm gonna have his babies. I'm gonna marry
Yeah.
him. I would die for him in this life. But I feel like in 1612, he was the proctor in the town who burned me at the stake.
Yeah.
And I, as I was burning, looked him in the eye, and I said, "My revenge is I'm gonna find you in every life." And I did.
And you're holding up your end of the deal here, babe.
But now it's been so many lives that it turned. It's we're truly the enemies to lovers. It
Yeah.
started in 1612. Every life we've lived since, it has turned from enemies to lovers.
It's very Shakespearean of you guys, you know? Which is just so on brand for you.
Yeah.
And I think Peter's just along for the ride.
He
He's
is.
like, yeah, babe, you like Shakespeare, fine.
He said, "You brought home 4 United Airlines blankets." Okay.
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 Mm-hmm.
He's like, "This is my life."
He's like, okay, I'm gonna put my headset back on. Let me know if you need any help with the staple gun. You won't need help. You own a pickup truck.
You.
So,
looking
that's how it
good
starts.
so far.
I don't
Show
know how
the
I'm doing with the
camera.
green. Okay, okay.
She still hasn't done the eyes.
Still no eyes.
Well, I don't know what episode is going out first, but hot.
Hot.
Show it again.
I want to do another project
Smash.
for a friend. So I'm like, if I fuck up my own face, that's not as bad. We're in the season where you're starting to feel more optimistic and happy about life because it's getting colder and darker.
I
and
love
all
how
the
well you
things.
know me.
And
My seasonal, everyone else gets seasonal depression when it gets like cold and whatever and wintry and dark and whatever. I get seasonal depression in like the spring and summer. Like I'm let's be
Yeah.
real, I have year-round depression.
it just gets worse in the summer.
Yeah, no, for real though. Like usually the moment it starts getting darker early and it gets chillier and like the first snowfall, I am like a whole new bitch.
Yeah. I love the color yellow. It's my favorite color. I saw a yellow leaf and I felt a crisp breeze and I said, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry.
Polar
I
opposites.
hate this summer
I
so
went
much
to
and it's not even
Alaska.
over. It was 90 degrees today and I'm like, why do the bitches love fall so much?
I went to Alaska like 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was there for 6 hours tops, and I was literally debating texting Peter saying,
You're like, I think I'm living my best life
"No,
here.
I did. I literally was drafting.
Permanently move,
I
please.
was drafting the text to Peter, being like, "I'm moving here. Break up with me if you need to, or come. I don't care." Like I was like, This is a test of how much
I found you in this lifetime, okay? I
I'll
held out my
find
end
you
of
in
the
the-
day.
if this is
I'll
the
find
end-
you in the next
If this is the end, I'll find you in the next bitch. Like.
But I'm moving to Alaska immediately.
No, and the only thing that stops me truly, I think about it all the time. I'm like, should I move to Alaska? So I genuinely think that's where I'm gonna be happiest. The only thing that stops me is how far it is from family, and not that I really give a shit about my family too much. Shout out, you guys.
You can travel to see
They
them.
get it. They get it. But mainly it's just like I do get FOMO. And sir, it's just a little bit over the too far for me. Like it's just a little bit. And the way
So California not too far, Alaska too far.
and you want to know what that threshold is? That line that I've
Mhm.
drawn in the sand?
Yes.
Money. Because I always tell myself, if I'm rich, I'll move to Alaska in a heartbeat because
Immediately.
I can afford to like come back whenever I want and to
Yeah.
make the expensive plane tickets, and like I can also have an apartment over here. So if I want to spend a month during the
Yeah.
holiday season over here,
So basically what she's saying is that her mental health is up to you. Just kidding.
move me to Alaska, okay? If you care about me at all, if you've laughed at anything that has come out of my mouth,
Okay, go. If you slightly breathe
if
out of your nose.
you respect me in the
Maybe.
fucking slightest, get me to Alaska if you even care.
Also, she's a witch.
I am, probably.
So,
I mean, I don't know for sure, but I assume.
I know for sure.
Yeah, and so does Peter.
That's okay. They don't have to know.
They don't have to know.
They don't have to know.
Yeah, don't.
She's a witch.
They're gonna burn me again.
You don't want her to get burnt at the stake by her artwork.
Although, out of all the ways to be murdered, I do want it to be something like cinematic and something like. Notice
Yeah,
how I
how
said,
would you want to get murdered? If you're being taken out,
Yeah.
how do you want to be taken
Well,
out?
notice how I was phrasing it, not as like an if, but as a when. Like the way I was just talking about it was like clearly I'm gonna be murdered.
I'm
not gonna die of any other way. Clearly it's gonna be murder. So I want it to be cinematic. I want it to be like a show. I want it to be like just even if it's not a show, it doesn't have to be public, but like at least there's a story there. Like you could, like
Maybe they'll like reenact it for a show later on.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I will say when I die, because you're gonna outlive me. That's just a fact.
Is it?
So you should know this. When I
Okay.
die, if two things. If I'm murdered, I have three things to say. If I'm murdered, I want to be cremated and made into a bullet, and I want that bullet to go through my murderer. That's my revenge. Okay? If I'm not murdered
Amazing.
and I die by either my own doing or old age or whatever, I don't know, natural causes, I want to be cremated and made into a firework and shot into the sky.
Cutie,
Okay?
do you have a color preference?
I'm going to leave that up to you.
Okay.
Okay. The third thing I have to say is that no matter which one of those happens, even though I don't want to be buried in the ground, I want a deeply, beautifully haunting headstone.
Yes. Okay.
I don't want to be buried in the ground, but nothing beats.
But the headstone will be there.
Nothing beats like
Yeah.
the gothic.
Can I put like a couple ashes like in the ground where the headstone
Yeah, sure.
is?
That's fine. You can move that. You can bring the headstone wherever you go. That would
Okay,
be
so the
horrible.
headstone doesn't necessarily have to be in a cemetery.
No, I do think it'd be fun.
Okay.
But there's nothing that I love more than like the not just the plain like flat, but like the sculptured like
Yeah.
gothic fallen angel fucking.
You want a gargoyle on there,
maybe not a gargoyle. Maybe if
but
it's
like that vibe.
that baroque
Okay.
that
okay.
like baroque dark
Yeah.
like goth Catholicism fucking beautiful piece of work,
Uh-huh.
which I know is funny because I'm not buried under it. But just know I'm gonna be there. My ghost is gonna be in this cemetery. And all the other ghouls in the cemetery are gonna be like, who invited you? Like, you don't have a body here. It's gonna be like at a frat party when they were like, who do you know? Like, what brother?
Who do you know here?
Name a brother. Name a
Yeah.
brother. Yeah. And I'm gonna be like, my headstone's here. And they're gonna be like, but your body's not. Just because I found a loophole doesn't mean you need to be bitter about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably the wine bottle in the purse that's the problem.
Probably the problem.
What do you want when you die?
How do I want to die? Or
Well-
like, how do I want to... How do I want to
I meant like,
exist
what do you want
after death?
Yeah, like, do you want to be buried? Do you want to be cremated? Do you like, what do you want? Do you want to be like made into? I feel like you would be
Okay.
made into like those crystal balls.
Ooh, that's a good idea. Like into a glass piece?
Yeah.
I would like that.
But my problem is I'd be so afraid that if it broke, like, what if my dog knocks it over or something? I'd be like,
Yeah.
fuck, Kaylee.
Oh.
oh,
Oh.
oh. I would
I
make
feel
it into a
like they have a-
mosaic. I
they
would
have-
make it into a mosaic.
Yeah. See, that I feel like it would be even better. Like
Yeah.
iron solder it, and then if a piece falls out, like re-solder it. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
So I always like this has been a thought that I had since I was younger. Like, what if they didn't start cremating people? How long would it take for the Earth to be a cemetery?
Yeah.
How long would it take for
I think
us to
about
like
that-
fill up all of the land?
I
on the
think about
planet?
that a lot with normal cemeteries. Like, what do you
Like,
do
what's
when it's
the
full?
max capacity?
No, but like, what do you do when it's full? Do you buy
Yeah.
more land, or do you like yeet some of the oldest ones and start
Yeah.
anew? I also think I don't know what's gonna happen in the afterlife, but I'm assuming I'm gonna be.
Well,
doing
you're
the haunting.
gonna come back and find Peter in
And
your
find
next
Peter
life.
again. No, I'm gonna assume I'm already doing the haunting.
Yeah.
But if for whatever reason I'm not, I need you to fuck with the local teenagers. And like
the ones that are bitching at you for
like,
bringing wine into a movie theater?
Like, I don't know exactly what, but like leave cryptid messages or like leave little
Just
things.
creep them out.
Yeah, like leave like a message somewhere that they're like, oh, that like somehow they figure out is related to my gravestone. You know what I mean? Like lead them down a whole journey and make them think that like I'm leading them on some adventure.
Just for them to be disappointed, hopefully.
There can be a prize at the end.
Oh, so you do want
You
me
can
to...
give them a lollipop or something. I'm the best person to shop with because I'll ask you. I'll be like, do you want me to talk you in or out of it? And I can do either. Mm-hmm. You tell me. Do you want me to talk you into it?
You tell me how this is going to go.
Out of it, and I'll successfully achieve my mission.
Yeah.
It'll be tactical. It'll be militant. It'll be like getting Osama bin Laden. We will be successful about this black sweater.
And I believe you.
You should.
Okay, so I also had some supplies in my room from like social skills group that I did. Like I like made materials for it, but then I have like the rolls, and I was like, can't wait to make like binoculars for like another group, right? And then I had a kid come in, and he was like, I want to take that home with me, and I said, no, that's my weird art trash. You can't have it. And he literally went home and told his mom he didn't want to work with me anymore. I was like, did my, like, hoarding of art supplies now just, like, get in the way of my career?
So I was on set, like, a month ago for something, and they had to build an actual functional, working gate to, like, as if it were, like, a fenced-in property and, like, a gate to the driveway. So the art department went to Home Depot and literally bought, painted, assembled, created a literal, like, farm gate, basically, right?
Amazing.
So it's like the sun went down, it was dark, and we're like using power tools to build this thing. And
power tools?
Yeah. And anyway,
which Rachel has.
Which I have. I own.
Because she owns a truck.
Because I own a truck. Because I shouldn't have a truck. So after the shoot that day, we shot that fence for maybe like 20 minutes. And then we wrapped. And then the fence, the real practical fence, had to come down. Because that's show business for you, baby. So the art department... were throwing out the pieces of wood that made the fence, and I said, whoa, where are you going with that?
What are you doing?
Yeah, and they were like, well, I mean, I'm not going to drive it back. Most film people live in, like, the city, and so they're like, we're not going to drive it into Brooklyn. I said, I have a pickup truck, throw it in the back. And they were like, well, what are you going to do with it? I said, I don't know. I don't know. How dare you? What do you mean?
Why are you even asking me?
I don't know. But don't throw it
Silly
out.
Question.
It was good fucking wood. Anyway, so it's been sitting.
It's good wood.
It's good wood.
It's
good wood. I live in like a townhouse apartment situation, so I don't have like a garage. I don't have like my own storage for like that kind of thing. So it's just been sitting in the bed of my pickup truck for a month. It's just been sitting there. It's even rained a couple times.
It got some use. We used it for our photo shoot.
We did use it for a photo shoot. But it's really just like packing on weight of like, when you think of like the torque of a pickup truck, like it's just throwing on, I'm wasting gas. Anyway, torque. Anyway.
Torque.
So I go to my dad's.
Enough said.
I go to my dad's house today because check engine light came on. And I'm thinking, I forgot they were back there. And he peeks in, he's like, what do you have in the bed of your truck? And I'm like, oh, like I get embarrassed. I'm like, oh, because my dad's like a real blue collar, like actual handy guy.
He's gonna be like, fuck, he's gonna know I'm hoarding things.
And he's gonna make fun of me. He's gonna like make fun of me, because I'm not, and like I have this wood in my pickup truck, and like who the fuck do I think I am? Like whatever. But anyway, so he appears. He's like, what do you got in the back of your pickup truck? So I told him, I was like, oh, I was on set. They built a fence, and then they wrapped. They took it down. They were gonna throw it out, and I said, don't do that. And he goes, yeah, why would they do that? It's good wood. I was like, that's what I said. He was like, yeah, you never know. And I was like, yeah, you never know.
You're like, oh my god, I was scared, and now we bond.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I said, Dad. You never know.
Yeah. This is good wood. This is what I said.
I told them this is good wood.
And they wouldn't listen, Dad.
They wouldn't listen.
They didn't listen, but I said it. I said it. You will be proud. I'll be proud.
If anybody else is a child of a blue collar like parent, like it's there are certain things that I'm just like, that would be what we bond over.
Yes.
Like that makes sense.
Over this wood that I've acquired.
Yeah. Or like another thing that's like, if you're a child of a blue collar parent, like I'll go to get like, I don't know, like I had to go get my windshield replaced at like a Safelight because I
have to do that. How was your experience?
Safelight, great.
Okay.
Bring a book. You don't have to. They play sitcoms in the lobby, so
Okay.
you'll be entertained. But child of a blue-collar parent is like, I went when I got my windshield replaced, and all I could think about was like, I don't want to be in the lobby. Like, why can't I watch you do it? Like, why can't I go back there and, like, I'll be out of the way. Like, I'm not going to get in the
I
way.
just want to know what's going on, though.
Yeah. Like, why can't I just, like, sit on something in the corner? Because that's what I do with my dad. You know what I mean?
Like,
I won't
why
even
do-
talk to you. Like, we won't talk. I just want to, like, watch.
I do know the names of the tools, though. If you need
I
a
don't.
hand.
I don't. But my thing is, like, I just want to watch. It's more entertaining than this episode of Friends I've seen 20 times.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, let me back there. Why can't I go back there? So
It's
I've
gonna be
been
great.
watching so many YouTube videos on, like, how to make a full-time living off of, like, being an artist. Like, literally, some of these YouTubers are like, here's how I made 7 figures in a year by drawing my classic tomato. And it's... No hate to you guys, I'm jealous
No,
of you.
please.
I'm
Keep
jealous
drawing
of you,
your tomato.
And I
Get
watch
your bag.
every single one of your videos
Get your
trying
bag.
to learn how to be like you.
I just
But
want to be like you.
one of the biggest things, like, you know, one of the things they always say is, like, sell prints. And I'm like, it's so hard to sell prints when so much of my artwork is, like, multi-medium, like, junk thrown together. Like, I
Hold
can't
on.
sell a print of this. The whole thing is that it's, like, a texture and it's... I can't sell a print.
Yeah. Here's so
listening.
I said I'm gonna gather some pieces.
Yeah. I do sell prints, though.
And then-
Let me clarify. I do sell prints, and I'll link my website below. Please buy it so I can move
Click
to
on the
Alaska.
Guess I could come to Alaska with you.
You would love Alaska. I don't.
You know what? I
you
think I would.
You wouldn't like it, but
No,
you would.
I know I would like
You
it.
would like
that
it.
was my grandfather's favorite place on the planet.
It's
I
my
feel like I need
it's
to
my
see it.
favorite place on the planet.
He was a very grumpy old man. I feel like you
I'm a
guys-
really grumpy old man.
You low key would get along really well with my grandpa.
I get along with most people's grandpas.
Yeah. He didn't get along with anyone.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
I'm bringing this back for a third time. Are there
Bring it
any
back.
romancy readers in our fandom? Our 37 viewers. I finished the Throne of Glass series. I finished Kingdom of Ash literally 24 hours before I made this, and it was not purposeful, but as I was finishing, like, the last, like, piece of string, I was like, oh. I was like, that was definitely a subconscious decision.
Mhm.
You don't understand the reference.
don't
'cause
get
you
it.
don't read.
I don't read.
That's okay. You don't have to read.
No.
You can be like Leah Michelle.
What does Leah Michelle do?
I forget that this is the fun part about the people you're watching and the YouTube channel you're watching. I'm chronically online. Kaylee,
I am purposely trying to get rid of my Wi-Fi. All the time.
so I feel like we'll do bits and I'll reference things that you go along with because you love me. But
I do.
I can tell, I'm like, she has no idea what I'm talking about.
And
There was-
I appreciate that you acknowledge that I'm always going along with them, because I
And-
do
yeah.
try to.
And there'll be times where Kaylee will be like, did you see this thing? And I'm like, of course I saw that. I'm just
I'm
like,
like, did you by chance?
I'm like a database of just like anything that happens on the internet. I've seen it. Anyway, so no, but there was this meme. It's an inside joke on the internet that Leah
Yeah.
Michelle doesn't know how to read. It's like a conspiracy theory.
Oh, okay.
It's a joke.
Yeah. I mean, well, if anyone started a conspiracy theory that I don't know how to read,
Yeah.
I would have a hard time backing that up, because I will do anything to avoid reading.
I hope there's scandals about me, but I want them to be interesting. Don't make them boring. Not like she's pregnant, because that's what every woman in the
Come on.
limelight. Yeah, that's
So,
next.
so what?
Say I killed somebody. You know what I mean? Like, don't say that.
No, bringing a
YouTube
new life
has
into this
guidelines.
world is incredible, and everyone who did that should be proud of themselves, but...
I just want it to be interesting. Like Rachel was abducted. If you can convince the world that I might be an alien, I'm down.
Yes.
Down.
If you can diagnose me with things that I have not yet been diagnosed with, that would
Keyword.
be cool.
Yet.
Yet?
I did no art this entire episode.
You haven't touched anything.
We've been yapping.
I worked on the shirt. You see there's green. Once I put the eyes in, then I'm like, I'm done. You know.
I was gonna make like 10 different jokes, but
Okay.
then I got. Then
You want to settle on one?
Well, no, because apple juice and
Ugh.
it just, yeah.
And it's... happens. So...
I'm just so mad because this might be our first episode, like studio episode, like us in our studio.
Yeah.
And they don't know that I normally am very good at this not talent-wise, please, but work ethic-wise,
Slow down.
I make sure I paint every time, and they don't know that yet.
They don't know that. Well, maybe next time I won't do anything. I barely did anything this time.
No, I feel like the goal is that we should both be arting.
Okay, so new goal, we both art.
I think it would be fun to do an episode. So I have, before we say goodbye, that sounded like Yoshi.
That did sound like Yoshi. That was a good one.
No, okay, so anyway, so a couple years ago, because again, spidey senses tingle when you're,
Okay,
Whatever.
hold on.
Okay.
I'm sorry, pause. Are
No,
you
go.
going to remember this thought?
maybe.
Okay.
Who knows?
I feel like we keep talking about how you're a witch. Here's my thing. But we
Okay.
also keep talking about your spidey senses.
Yeah,
Really?
which is witchcraft.
You're Gwendolyn.
Don't even fucking say that to me right
You're like a witch and Spider-Man
So-
had a baby. Actually, okay, so you can't be Gwendolyn. That actually doesn't track. A witch and Spider-Man had a baby,
Madam Web.
Madam Web.
No.
And then maybe Madam Web was like
I-
your mentor.
I feel
I don't
like-
know, something in the past life.
We always forget that they're here too. For those of you watching. I don't have a lot of personality traits. I'm not that interesting. Two things. One thing really, I'm a big spider nerd. I love Marvel in general. I'm a big Marvel nerd. But,
Spider nerd, as in the Spider-Mans, not the insect.
well, Spider-Man. Oh, I hate spiders, which is ironic. Yeah, but no. Big Spider-Man fan. Big Marvel fan in general. But I have a lot of comic books. But my most popular thing that I go back to and that I know the most nerdy shit about is Spider or the Spider People. So my favorite superhero. Well, we're gonna keep it simple. One of my favorite superheroes, which means a lot to me, and also my dream role because I'm also an actor, so they're two go hand in hand, is Gwen Stacy, but in the universe where she gets bit by the spider, and so she's Spider-Gwen. My dream role for like ever, and
You would fucking kill it now.
thank you, I know, because I also have the
please understand this.
yeah, well, I also have the ballet experience. I'll learn drums. Put me on that shit. I pick up art. I pick up any artistic endeavor.
I
easily.
know a couple drummers that would be willing to teach you.
Actually, yeah. Fuck yeah. Anyway,
So
I actually can't talk about a lot of this publicly,
NDA.
but
Is it an NDA?
just sends an NDA out to all of our viewers. No, but it wasn't like it's not a crazy chance in hell that could come across my desk one day. But
I'm dreaming for that day, Rachel. Like, I'm gonna manifest it for
I know.
you.
I just saw recently that is it Sadie Sink? Yeah, the onset of the new Spider-Man.
Sadie Sink?
You know the actress Sadie Sink?
No.
Well,
Okay,
yeah, because you want to
okay,
get
guys,
rid of your
we're back
Wi-Fi.
to this,
Anyway,
okay.
but someone caught like Sadie Sink was on the set or whatever, and so there's rumor going around that she's playing Gwen. And yeah, like live. No, but I love her though. But that's my thing.
fine.
It's so hard to be mad about something like that when it's someone that you like. I almost wish it was an actor that I didn't like. I'm like, fuck. Not only is my dream role like no longer a possibility, but it's someone I love.
You can't even be mad at it. They're gonna do a great job.
No, but as an actor, you learn very quickly that like your
don't know
dream
people's
roles
names.
don't necessarily mean anything, and there's a lot of things that could be dream roles, and I have other dream roles, so it's whatever. But that's what Kaylee was referencing because Gwen Stacy is I love Gwen Stacy, and specifically the universe where she got bit by the spider. So that's where
Yeah.
she was going, but then she got confused with the witchcraft. Everybody
No,
does.
well, that's what I'm saying is like it's together.
Which is what I said, Madam Web, which you wouldn't get in.
I didn't get that one either.
It's okay.
Were you impressed by my trying?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
She's
That was my version
But
of
that was
acting.
also like me. It was a reach for the people who know to even put that together. Like it was a reach for me to say that.
I was thinking. Well, do you
But I'm
remember
trying to
those-
meet you halfway, baby.
Do you remember those books with Miss Spider?
Who?
It was like Miss Spider, and she was like a black.
Charlotte?
No,
I remember that bitch. She was a bad bitch.
you
She
remember
was so
those bitch
cunty.
guys?
She was so cunty.
Yeah, right.
What was I gonna say?
Well, okay, hold. I paused your thought and then said, "Are you going to remember this?" And you said, "Maybe."
I don't know where we left off, but our camera, we started having technical difficulties. And I feel like that was God's way of telling us to shut the fuck up and let you people go on with your lives.
She said, "Please shut the fuck up and eat something." So.
She said, you guys are about to ruin your futures if you keep talking on camera. Eat some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Soak up the apple juice.
Yeah, do you remember, like, burning a CD so you can play your music in the car?
What if I told you I recently burned a CD?
Wow. I didn't know you could still do that with modern day technology.
Well, I was that bitch in middle school that every time my friend had a birthday, I was poor. Let's just get that started. I wasn't poor, but I was in the town we grew up in and in the school we went to school
Yeah,
in.
especially you went to, like, the private school.
Yeah.
Younger, so.
My parents were very much the, like, we didn't have a ton of money, so let's use it to the best of our advantages. So I went to the private school and we, did whatever, but we weren't going to Disney World and we weren't, this is making me sound rich. We didn't go to Disney World, so I was poor. No, but I'm not going to get into it. It's a whole thing. But I didn't have as many privileges as the people I grew up with did. Where the fuck was this even going?
Cheer teens during burning CDs.
Oh, yeah. So when it came to my friends' like birthdays, everyone would go to the mall and get each other like birthday presents, but we didn't have like money like that. Like I didn't have like money to buy like friends gifts. So I burned CDs. I would make playlists on iTunes illegally from LimeWire. And
honestly, I feel like I would have appreciated that more.
A lot of them did. I think they thought I was cool for knowing how to do it.
Yeah.
And it was not a hard thing to do, but I think they just all were privileged enough their parents could afford iPods and, like, iTunes.
Yeah, and they're like, damn, you can burn a CD?
Yeah, back then, it wasn't accessible. Like, I didn't, my mom, they didn't get me, I couldn't have an iPod. We didn't have money like that. We didn't have iTunes. So I would just download from LimeWire onto the software of my family's home computer that they paid bills on. And I was giving the home computer, like, viruses.
Yeah.
All my friends had, like, their own laptops with, like, their iTunes. Not me. I was downloading, like, when you would download from LimeWire and it wasn't a good file and it would be that Monica Lewinsky?
Yes.
It would be, like, the George Bush's speech where he was like, I did not have sexual relations
with that one.
And you were like, I thought this was Dynamite by Tayo Cruz.
Like, damn it.
I feel like we're being forced to say goodbye to you.
I know. Well,
I feel like this is one of those times when your friend at a party, when you're having the time of your life at like a house party, and your friend is making you go home, and you're like, why is my friend being so fucking lame? And then the next morning, they're like, if I didn't pull you out of that party when I did, you would have embarrassed yourself. Like, that's what I feel like this is.
I probably embarrassed myself before they pulled me out anyway, so.
I embarrass myself every day.
My existence is an embarrassment sometimes.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's just what I deal with on a regular basis.
We don't have an outro. We don't.
No, it's unofficial. There's no official outro because we never officially outro, then we're never officially ending.
Like and subscribe.
It will just keep going.
Comment your thoughts about United Airlines.
Actually, that's a good point. What is your favorite airline? And why?
And why is it not United?
Convince me of what airline to travel. If not United, what is it?
They give good blankets, though. Comment your favorite airline blanket, because then I'll make sure I fly with them so I can make a art piece out of their blanket.
Yeah. And also, if you do end up diagnosing us with anything else besides what we've already mentioned.
If you have a DSM-5, pop that bit. What are they out now? They're past 5. What are they on, like 7?
Are they doing the next one? The 6?
I don't know, I assume. The last time I saw a DSM was in like 2022.
Yeah, I would say the same, and it was a DSM-5.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they're at like 7. Are they like iPhones? Do they come out every year?
No, it takes them a while. No, definitely not as much as an iPhone. Also, are we getting the new iPhones?
I'm not.
People buying the new phones?
Well, I said that as if I'm against it. I'm not against it, I'm just poor.
Alright, people.